Hey everybody, just doing a quick touch to everyone, reaching out, and going to discuss what I got in this box today. I'm sure some of you have already seen these, but they're fairly new. Just an unboxing of the new AXIOM STNGR. It's a company that I like to use for, a lot of things like hand guards, and really been enjoying their sunglasses. Or clear glasses for the range as well, but just want to take a quick look at this. Comes with a little bit of swag. They always throw these in there. But been very happy so far with everything from Stinger. Fit, finish, those key tangibles that we like to figure out from the beginning. Those are all there. Looks like we have a cleaning cloth and more stickers, more information, probably some warranty information. Nothing hard and solid, but very sturdy box. Interesting design, nice art, whatever. But the obvious is the optic itself. Then we have some tools and some extra screws for mounts. It does come with a high and low. QD, so it does have a throw lever on it. We'll go over that a little bit more. Battery, obviously that's a good thing. And then a low mount for some of you that might be running on a little bit different situation, maybe a AK or something that doesn't require the standard AR mounts or black guns that most of us are so used to. But yeah, pretty good box. Has some specifications on the back there. Again, nothing formal, just wanted to pop in and share this with some of those who might be looking. For the money, I don't think there's anything out there that matches everything that you get with this, if of course it lives up to its abilities and everything that it states it's going to. And of course we're going to test that. We're going to test it pretty well. So that being said, obviously it comes with lens caps there. It's nicely fitting, pretty strong. Doesn't spin on there real loose, so I like that. Some of them come floppy and that kind of thing. And I've seen some of my friends that get budget optics that just are terrible with those things. They don't even make any sense. A lot of times I'll just put them down around the base, just drop them down to hold when not in use, so they don't get lost or left in your pocket or washed or somebody throws it away. Something crazy, but I do have a coating on there, and all the specifications you can go and find out if you're interested in it. But again, I just wanted to go over the unboxing and just talk about it a little bit since it is brand new and out. It does have some lettering on there. I wish a lot of these companies would go to something a little more subdued, something that doesn't stand out so brightly. A lot of us aren't brand whores that way, and we would rather have things that are identifiable, I guess, because we clearly like people to know what we're using when we recommend it, or it works really well for us. But in the same sense, it doesn't have to be so bright and vivid, and they're not paying us to advertise their stuff. So for them to be placing that all over there, we're kind of giving them a freebie, giving them a lot of freebies, especially you guys that are doing crazy amounts of views. So again, nothing official. I do this very casually. And of course, we'll do a follow-up with some hands-on and some dirt, some water, and some mud, some other things that we will definitely put this through. So that being said, yeah, the fit and finish is very nice. The coating is it's kind of more of a matted finish. I guess maybe kind of satin-esque. The actual clicks on it are very tactile. A nice sound. You can definitely hear them. I think this will be easier to use with gloves, but something that you notice, there's a little bit of play in there. We'll see if it actually works in between with the player, if you got to nail it right on the number itself, but that's one of the things that we like to know. The adjusters obviously are capped. Those also, they're fairly decently marked. I don't know how well you guys can see those, but fairly decently marked. And then, let's see, yeah, oh yeah, very audible very tactile clicks. So a lot of strength in those. You're not going to accidentally bump that and move it by any means, even when the caps aren't on it. If you're out and just running it and trying to get it doped in, there's going to be no concern about you bumping that by any means. That's definitely one of the strongest ones that I've ever used. I do like the subdued stinger there. You can see that. A lot of guys, a lot of companies, I would really prefer that they go to that. But these guys have been killing it in a lot of stuff. If you use their outdoor products, you know that they're extremely durable. Their hand guards, I really like. I think they're one of the best ones out there for the price point, and definitely above some of them. So highly recommend those. If you haven't used them, check some out. I think you'll be very impressed with them. We've ran them on everything from 08s to 300 AACs, and we've had no problem with their hardware coming loose. The hardware is pretty good stuff. I haven't stripped out any screws or anything like that going on there, so time will tell. We've had their stuff a couple years now, I guess, and everything's been working out very well. And when this was announced, especially being the price point somewhere sub 30 or sub 130 with QD and all the things that they're touting is applicable for this, I think it's a great thing. I do like to see through there, which is kind of nice. So, but it is very, very well skeletonized, extremely durable. I don't know how strong that's on there. I'll fit or test fit all the screws and make sure, see how loose they are, or if they're loose at all, or if they're tight, just to see what they are from the factory, and we'll do a follow-up. But again, today is just an unboxing and just to show it off a little bit. I like everything I see so far. I do like the lever size. I do like that it's got a locking point as well, so again, accidentals won't be a thing. You do have to be pretty precise to get that to work, so just trying to push it different ways. Seems to work pretty well. I'm pretty excited to see how well it holds up, and we always like to go through and Loctite everything once we do get them mounted permanently on somebody's equipment, but initially we like to see where everything is at from the company. I don't know if those screws are just sticking out a little ways or if that's my eyes playing tricks on me from the light, but everything seems pretty flush fit, and you can see there are no gaps between there, so the fit is very nice for a lot of the everything on there. There's doesn't seem to be any hard edges, nothing sharp. I do like that as well. The glass seems very clear. Just looking through it, the parallax doesn't seem, I see very little bit of motion at the edges. Again, this is all initial. Once we get it lit up, I have heard that they're bright. I have heard many things that were claimed to it, but without anyone having one in hand. Of course, we haven't seen anything like that, so I would like to go ahead and just work on this and get it open and at least try it so we can show it off a little bit. Again, I think the company has been pretty forthright and above the standards for anything budget, and I think anytime you do that, you make a lot of people kind of wonder, and we hear the things like Chinese junk and those kind of things. Well, there's a lot of people that use Chinese for the greater process in manufacturing that is put together here in the United States for QC or whatever. But as we know, the materials in the end is what really counts. So if they're using a substandard material and we think that these knockoffs are going to be okay, they're not going to be. We have a lot of those specifications for what we use, be it a combat optic or something that's a little more for those that are using them for go type assets. But yeah, I mean, you can't expect the same type of qualifications from some type of pop metal as you get from great seals, great water seals, testing, nitrogen purging, fog proofs, waterproofs, and all that, that are claims for good products. So don't plan on that being anything that you would expect from substandard items. This does not seem to be one. Those kind of things will come out in the end. The brightness is, they do have claimed that it is capable of being used on some wow. Capable of being used with some night vision. So the first couple you're going to go ahead and throw away to that. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but it is bright. It's very clean. There's not a lot of ghosting, even at the brightest setting. You don't see a lot of shine that's overly done. I'll tend to wax and do a little bit of waterproofing to the outside glass just to minimize some of the actual moisture and things that collect on the outside of these. Minimizes fingerprinting as well, and it helps just wipe off easily. But the brightness is fantastic. Very nice, right about mid-level, so it's like about a 7. I don't like anything that glows onto my face or might shine us through at the night or give us away, but yeah, 7, 6, those kind of things are still very nice and easily. I don't know how well you can see over there. I should probably get out something dark to put it up against, but I think you get a pretty good look at it. But again, glass clarity is fantastic, and the brightness I really enjoy. We'll do some testing on time for how they shut down, and obviously some battery longevity as we go, and we'll do a follow-up. But again, I just wanted to stop out there and throw my toe in the water and let everybody know that these just arrived. And from what I see, coming in, coming straight out of the box, and me not having any type of relationship with the company itself, I'm very impressed. I really like what they have going on here, and I hope to be able to recommend this to a lot of people, because it does close the gap on a lot of people with maybe not the finances that they can spend on these. And I guess when it comes to your life, you have to make that determination, but there are also people with caveats to what they make, and you can't take that away. If you have a limited base as far as your budget, you still want to be able to do things that are going to take very good care of you or your family, or do something like taking down something with some humanity to it, not just shooting things up however you deem fit and just trying to kill something. That's just not the way most of us do things. So that being said, clarity, precision, anything like that, you definitely want the opportunity to be able to handle those things and own them and actually employ them as such, even if you don't have thousands in your bank account, or if you're not on a Gucci budget or have some type of budget from another agency. So I like everything. The glass coating, the coloration is very nice. Some of these can go away pretty quick, but anytime you're dealing with most of the good names that are capable in the lower price choices, they stand pretty well. They're not much like sunglasses. They're a lot better hard coating, and they're going to stay a lot longer, where some of the glasses and things tend to be pretty well as far as longevity. So I hope that these two act that way. But so we're right at the end of October here. What is our date today? Our date today is the 21st. So we'll kind of mark this as our date, and we'll probably get out. We do have some time away here in the next couple weeks. My wife is donating a kidney to a local toddler, which is amazing. A lot of people they've claimed to be certain people, social media and things, and I won't get too far into it, but they claim to be things that they're not. And again, it's a parade. You're trying to sell yourself to other people or strangers, but me, I try to keep those close to me as those that I know, and to see those who do take the time and selflessly give. She's been trying to get this done for over a year. We were on, we were off, and October we started with the idea that we were going to open a new business, one of her dreams, and we set out to do that. And like many Americans, new businesses or not, we're just hammered by COVID. So unfortunately, we hope to be coming back from that, but just as we're getting back on our feet, we'll be gone away from that business for a couple more weeks minimum. To even be able to walk in there while she's healing from such a surgery is tough to do. So not too much on that, but we won't be able to get back real quick on this, but at least we'll be getting time on these as we can. The good thing is people are out there, and they're probably going to have some things available. As we know, I'm not paid, I'm loyal, and I'm more so for the public and more transparent in all my flaws. I like to get out there and just be me. I know a lot of people count on my word to things like this, so happily we do these things. We test it all out. If it doesn't last, it gets down the road. If it's on anything we have, there's a reason for it. We have some things that are older than some of my children that have been time proven, tested, and there's some things that didn't last through a week, and we got them out to other people. And we always make sure that we tell them that we weren't happy with them, but if it's something they like, that's fine. Let me show them a little bit of this, the usual. Obviously, you'll be able to unscrew this just like any of them. There's a hex nut on the other side. So, yeah, we're very excited to test these out. Stinger, I paid full price for this, so there's nothing that they've done for me for this. I did pre-order it, so I got a slight discount, I guess, but aside from that, there are military options and things out there from some companies that do help us out, but nothing as far as I'm not paid by the internet to do any of this. It's just from me to you. So that being said, so far I like everything I see. If you're interested, I'd say go ahead and get one, run it yourself. Sometimes everybody else's opinion is not your opinion, and don't expect us to give you anything that you may not be able to find on your own. But if we do, that's a definite positive and value to helping one another in this community to uplift and share with people. When many don't have maybe the rounds or the time or whatever to get through and test some of these things out. That being said, everything is fallible because it's made by fallible humans. Don't expect perfection. I'm getting, I'll just say a certain large brand name of an optic that's coming back that it's a combat optic. It's used in combat and been used in combat. And it died maybe a year in, and I didn't really push it that hard. And so I've been testing it with new batteries, trying different things, and nothing came positive of it. I sent it back in. They immediately sent me back a response that they were taking care of it and doing everything, so it wasn't just a battery or something. And so we're happy that they stood behind that, but we've seen everything fail from large brands or not. My Cadillac Escalade I had when I first got it, the fuel pump died after like 15,000 miles, so you wouldn't think something of that price, let alone something of these value, whether it's this at 100 or similar to up to 700, you would hope that things like that don't fail. However, to get whiny and pissy about it is kind of silly. It's not very mature because we're fallible. Person could have had a bad day, could have been a subpar material, could have even been a bad battery. We don't know. But in the end, you want to be fair about it, and also give people time to respond. Go through the proper channels. Don't whine and piss on social media and expect them to get back with you, on text, whatever. There's official lines to do things, and if you don't employ those lines, you can't really expect anything different to come back. If you do, I think a lot of that fault will lie on you, and you'll just be let down by a lot of other things. So all that being said, overly chatty as always, and happy to be out there for a lot of you guys. So Stinger Axiom, check it out if you get a chance. Like I said, we'll be running it through. Sorry about the reverse. We're using our Samsung Chromebook today, but we will be getting back on this once we get some feedback, and hopefully everybody will get a look at it and be very happy with it. Sworn warranty, I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they do stand behind. You see a lot of companies that are going to full replacement, no questions asked. Very similar to a lot of companies we enjoy thoroughly. Vortex, one of the companies that was one of the leaders that stood out that way, is in the budget category, and they've been nothing but, obviously they have some high-end optics that we've loved and enjoyed for years. And shout outs to Jimmy and a bunch of the folks over there that have always looked out for us and taken very good care of us, even when we had to send in some optics. We've had some of their high-end optics that came in frozen up turrets. I mean, frozen, dead, couldn't move them. And they jumped right on it and took care of us. That being said, I've seen some people that have been pretty abusive and sent them back to try to get something new or what have you, and we'll just leave it at that, but they did take care of them. So again, just don't expect something that's made by our hands and not possibly have flaws in it. When it is a flaw, just get it taken care of and be done with it. It's going to take a few days, but whatever. Just be happy that you have that opportunity to enjoy these things, as well as the freedoms that get us there. So for our community, for our families, for everybody out there and all the positive that's going on, be safe, be good to one another. And whatever you do, be constructive. Whether you're productive in your own home or outside, if you're not being constructive, you're being destructive, and nobody needs that. We all need to be better. Hopefully you are. So God bless all. If that's not your thing, good vibes to you, and 100% love America. Thank you for being there for us. God bless all. Be well.